Happy employees, we know, are going to create happy customers. And so one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to create an atmosphere, a workplace of joy, where people feel valued and trusted and respected and have a deep sense of purpose. I want to tell you a story about how one person turned a whole organization upside down because he felt that sense of value and purpose. When I talk about choices and talk about the difference that you can make in every interaction you have, the minus, zero, plus in every single interaction, and creating that human level connection, that's sort of a foundation for telling this story. About 10 years ago, I was asked to speak to 3,000 employees of a large grocery store chain. And they brought everybody. And I love it when I get to speak to a whole organization. They brought the baggers and the cashiers and the truck drivers and the produce people and everybody who worked in all of their stores. One of the things I said to them is, how can you, whatever your job is, make that customer feel special? How can you add your personal touch, your special signature to the work that you do? And I always give my home phone number to every audience who's ever heard me speak in the world, because I want to hear your ideas. I want you to be able to contact me and let me know some of the things that you're doing. So about a month after I'd spoken, I had a phone call, and it was from a young man. He told me his name was Johnny and that he was a bagger in one of the stores, and also told me in the conversation that he was a person of Down syndrome. And he said, "Barbara, I liked what you've said." And he went home that night and he said, "I got an idea." And he asked his dad to help him, and they decided to go to the computer, and they set up the computer in 3 columns. And Johnny said every night from that night on, when he goes home, he finds a thought for the day. And he said, if I can't find one I like, I think one up. Then he and his dad type that thought 6 times on a page. He prints out 50 pages every single night. He cuts them out, signs his name on the back, and the next day, for every person's groceries he bags, he puts a thought for the day in the bag. Now that so touched my heart. Well, about a month later, the store manager called me, and he said, "Barbara, you won't believe what happened." He said, "When I went out on the floor about 9:30 this morning, the line at Johnny's checkout was 3 times longer than any other line." And he said, "I went ballistic. I was yelling, 'Get more people out there, get more lanes open.'" And the customer said, no, we want to be in Johnny's lane. We want the thought for the day." So he said, "Who do you think is the most important person in our whole store?" And you see, that's a job most of us would say isn't a very important job, but he made it important. And there was an atmosphere that was created in that store that made that job important. The manager said one woman came up and said, "I only used to shop once a week, but now I come in every time I go by because I want the thought for the day." You know what happens when you go in the grocery store. So that's impact on bottom line. 3 months later, he called me back again, and he said, "Barbara, you and Johnny have transformed our store." He said, "Now in the floral department, when they have a broken off flower or an unused corsage, we used to just throw them away." He said, "Now they go out on the floor and they find an older woman or a little girl and they pin it on them." He said, "One of our meat packers loved Snoopy, so he ordered 50,000 Snoopy stickers, and every time he packages a piece of meat, his meat gets a Snoopy sticker on it." Now I said, "I don't know about dog stickers on meat." But he said, "We are having so much fun, and our customers are having so much fun." And folks, that's spirit in the workplace. And that is an atmosphere that people feel valued. They're having fun. You know, the creative spirit is just going wild in that store. And so my belief is, if little Johnny can do it, there is no reason why every single one of us can't do it. So how are you going to be a Johnny today?